Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube? It's the one and only. Hey, yo, what's up, DYM? It's the one and only Don. Daddy, you know it's murder. Back! And today we reacted to parent realize they accidentally killed their daughter. I don't know how you realized you accidentally killed your daughter. That's bull. That's bull. Judging off this title is absolute bull. We are part of the FBI, y'all. Sorry, nah, it's a firm believer in Jesus. But anyways, further ado, if y'all want more, hit that like button. I need interactions. Let me know if y'all like these videos, these type of videos. I'm trying to switch over because, man, let's get into this video.
I've done a lot of drugs in my life, and I've never felt anything like I did last night.
This little girl's gone. Have any questions for me?
My kids are okay.
This is 34-year-old Music Adami. Just hours prior to this footage, Music and her boyfriend, Matthew Bynum, woke up to police inside their trash-filled trailer home. They were unable to move and could barely speak.
What's going on?
I can't sit upright. I'm just really stiff.
What makes this even more terrifying was that lying under the couple was their daughter, Zaki.
All right, let's get back.
Officers would rush to get to the bottom of what had happened, but Music and Matthew are seemingly just as clueless. But as the investigation continued, horrifying clues would point the couple out to be neglectful killers of their own daughter. All the while, they had no idea she had even died.
What?
On March 10th, 2024, Thaddeus
That's 5 days after my birthday.
Hawkins
That's
would
weird.
wake
I
up
ain't gonna
to
lie,
a
that's kind of
terrifying
weird.
scene. He was staying on the property of Music and Matthews, living in his own truck. However, Matthew would scramble to get up after hearing screaming coming from inside the family's trailer home just feet away. He would bust open the door to find the couple and their 2 children stiff and unable to move. As he looked closer, he noticed their daughter extremely pale and without a pulse. As he went to call 911, Music told him everything was fine and that help wasn't needed. But Thaddeus could tell Music was clearly delusional in her current state and decided to take matters into his own hands, calling 911.
Grant County 911, what is the address of the emergency?
97 Quail Run.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I have no idea. I'm staying with some friends right now, and they are completely. You have a little girl who's not responsive at all. To the adult, the parents are somewhat responsive, but not. They're in and out of. And then they have a 7-year-old boy who is mostly responsive. I was able to get him on a chair, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I really don't.
And are you staying in the same house?
No. I'm just on the property.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is Thaddeus Hawkins. I woke up and I heard someone yelling, "Ow, help!" And so I went and I was trying to help him.
W. Thaddeus,
Okay.
bro.
And what room is he in?
It's kind of like a one living area type of thing right now, but he's in the same area as them. They're all in the same tiny home area.
Okay. Give me a second while I get them started on their way, okay?
This tragedy would take place in a deserted area far from any civilization, so even though Deputy Orozco rushed to the scene, it would unfortunately be far too late.
What's going on?
Some of the people in the room right here that aren't responding.
They're not responding?
One that's not responding.
W. Copper running. What the heck? It's like one of the first times I've ever seen
Sheriff's
that.
office.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. Sorry, I'm really stiff this morning. I can't sit upright.
Are you guys on anything?
No.
No?
They clearly got to be on something.
Really stiff.
When Orozco first entered the home, he would notice a foul odor coming from it due to the trash and unhygienic nature of the home. Additionally, he noticed a metal container over a tub with ashes, something seemingly irrelevant now, but something that would help solve the case later on.
What's wrong with them?
He's tired, I think.
Is he awake?
He is awake. He moved from here over to there. He is awake.
Who's not responsive?
Not responsive.
The girl in the middle.
The girl, she's responsive.
Let me see.
Yeah.
You guys need to move.
Yes.
Move. You guys need to get up now.
Yeah.
Get up.
We're getting up. We're getting up.
Get up.
We're getting up. I'm getting up.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get up.
I'm going.
You guys need to get out.
Yes, sir.
Stand up.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Stand up. Get up. Hurry up.
Thank you.
You need to get up.
Got it.
Why they can't get up?
Get a 10-7.
Where?
Right here.
Who, kid?
Move. Get up. Yes.
Get out now! Get out! Get out! I don't care! Stand up!
I'm going.
Why are they taking so long?
Hondo,
They're shooting
check his vitals. Did y'all smoke?
No.
What is it?
No, it's not. No, we just fell asleep really hard. We're really sick.
55 for him.
What's going on?
Stop happening!
Calling your very 10-1.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Where is this going?
Stand up! Now!
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you again! Stand up!
I'm standing up. I'm trying.
Yo, he blacking! I ain't gonna lie, I like this cop!
While Music and Matthew are being placed in
I like this
handcuffs,
guy.
Deputy Orozco would perform CPR on the daughter, Zachaline. Unfortunately, it would be too late, and she would pass away that night. Fortunately, their son would be rescued from the home with only minor injuries and would be transported to the hospital. But one crucial question remained. What had caused Music and Matthew to be so incoherent that they had no idea their daughter was deceased just inches away from them?
Extremely confused. So no offense. What about? Right, just be honest with me because I need to be able to treat your kids.
When you get up, okay?
Yeah.
Stand up.
Thank you.
Sit down. Sit up. Come on.
Thank you.
What did you take?
I don't remember taking anything.
How long have you been out?
Last night was the last time that you were okay.
Last time it was okay. We were laying in the bed there. Had to split all the oats.
Okay, what the hell did you take, bro? What did you take?
Kids were okay. Are they your kids?
I didn't take anything.
What do you guys have then?
I don't have anything.
Bro, you!
You want me to?
Now you drugged out. What are you talking about?
Checks.
We know dang well you drugged out. Everybody know you drugged out. You can't even stand up talking about, I don't even remember what I done. I don't even remember this. You spilled oats. You drugged out, my boy.
We'll take him.
Right here.
Let's take one at a time. I don't know if he can walk.
He needs to get seen first.
Okay, so we don't know exactly what they took. They're both confused. They don't want to say anything. We have one 10-7, 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Another one, bad condition. He was unconscious, I believe, when they got here. And she was also in bad condition when they got here. But our detectives are on their way right now, so we're just securing everything.
She good? Let's go. Stand up. What's your name?
Music.
Huh?
Music.
All right, stand up, Music, and place your hands behind your back, okay?
Her name is Music. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of hard.
Really stand here.
Her name being
Let's
Music
go.
is kind of hard.
I don't
I
know
can't
what
lie.
it is. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Turn around.
Give me your other hand.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Come on.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I ain't gonna lie, Music. Y'all cook. Y'all definitely cook. 100%.
The scene is extremely strange, to the point where the officers have never seen anything like it.
Ew!
Music claims she hasn't taken any drugs since yesterday, yet neither of them
Music,
are
you
even
look
able
like
to
a nice
walk
girl.
or
What
collect
the-
their thoughts.
What was that?
The scene is extremely strange, to the point where the officer
Is that blood? They just casually got blood all over. Bro, this is unlivable, bro. This is down bad. This is depression, dog. This is disgusting.
Officers have never seen.
Look at this. These are all bugs, bro. Rotten milk. They're putting. Oh my gosh, bro. That's disgusting. That's down bad disgusting. That's literally down bad disgusting. Yeah.
Anything like it.
Music don't even look like she a part of
hasn't
that.
taken any drugs since yesterday, yet neither of them are even able to walk or collect their thoughts. Something odd is going on, and detectives at the scene need to get to the bottom of it.
Yes, sir. Check their vitals.
Are you good? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I'm not sure.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Check their vitals. I'm telling you.
He's not feeling too good. I don't know if you guys want to check him out again. He's leaning to the side and he says he's not feeling too good.
Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
You said you don't feel good?
Yeah. Lightheaded.
Lightheaded?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me what your name is? Do you mind if we just check your vitals one more time?
I took a needle off of her. It's right there. It's all burnt up. There's still ash marks on her sweater. The door was already open. I seen the parents laying down. And I seen the son. He didn't look responsive. I didn't see him until I asked him. I said, what's going on? I looked left. He's just sitting on the chair all lethargic. I was like, what's wrong with him? And I saw him moving and breathing. So I was like, okay. So I went to go check on him. I was all, who's not responsive? And then she goes, the mom goes, I don't think she is. And I looked and they're on top of her. I didn't even see him. Like half of his left body was on her left side, half of her right body was on her other side. So she moved.
That's insane. So basically, they were choking her out. They choked her out.
And I looked at the kid and I looked at her and it was just, she was already gone.
While Music was being transported to the hospital, she revealed that her and Matthew had smoked amphetamine the day before, and that this was a regular occurrence. Even more disturbing was that the day before was Zachy Line's birthday.
No!
A birthday spent surrounded by filth as she watched her parents drown themselves in drugs. Despite the sickening nature of this, the amphetamine alone does not explain Music and Matthew's inability to
using
walk
the N-word
or
is crazy.
perform basic human functions. While a very strong drug, amphetamines do not have this type of effect on users.
That
meaning
amphetamine
the
ain't,
drugs
that ain't
she
no
had
joke,
taken
bro.
were likely laced with something. With this in mind, police turned to the one seemingly only sober person at the residence, Thaddeus, the man who originally called 911.
Okay, Thaddeus.
Why am I being arrested? You're not being arrested, you're being detained. Turn
Why?
around. Because you're up here and there's a kid, that's why.
Kid?
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the house until
I don't care.
called. I didn't know she was.
Wait, isn't that the one that called 911? I'm confused. Why are they getting him? He didn't do anything.
You do your rights, then you can start talking.
Thank you.
Thaddeus would be taken to the Grant County Sheriff's Office, where a few hours from now he would undergo an intense interview with detectives. But officers back at the scene still needed to figure out what was going on, so they would engage Music to get her side of the story and determine what could have caused this tragedy to happen in the first
I need to know
place.
what happened. I ain't
Music
gonna lie, I'm
would
curious.
reveal far more than they could have
I know
asked
Music
for.
didn't do that, bro. I know
Before
Music
we get to
didn't just do
that,
that.
I want to tell you about the best earbuds I've ever used. If
Sorry,
you
bro.
know how much 8 in a custom to buy one, go to left hour back to on.com. Officers are just about to interview Music about what went down just hours earlier. At this point in time, Music claims she had no idea her daughter is dead.
Diabetes, seizures, strokes.
I have had seizures before because I got a minor nasocranial fracture on a bicycle, but it was like 10 years ago.
What's your name?
Music.
Can you spell that?
MUSIC. My parents are long-haired freaky people. They really named me Music. I have an ID.
Do you have heart problems?
Not that I know.
At least she
but
being
I have
real,
been
though.
having
I ain't
a
gonna
lot
lie,
of
she being real
episodes where
straightforward.
both arms will be super numb when I wake up in the morning. But nothing like last night. Last night I couldn't sit up because it was excruciating. And my kids were all floppy, like, we all were all floppy. I can't explain it. I don't have any idea. I don't know how my kids would have gotten it. We were at their birthday party all day. Like, we did not have on us at the birthday party.
This is a lie. Notice how Music stumbles on her sentence after she realizes she shouldn't admit to taking any drugs at the birthday party. It's unclear why she felt the need to lie here, considering just minutes ago, she admitted to taking amphetamine at the party. Regardless, she would be transported to the hospital, where her confusion would only continue to grow.
She couldn't sit up. I have no idea. Like, I've done a lot of drugs, and nothing has ever been like that. And I don't know what it was, but I do want a toxicology to know if something is going on. Everybody that was at the party, I trusted.
Are you gonna be the nurse? Okay. So just real quick.
Wait, maybe they got laced.
Situation, what's going on? So
I ain't gonna lie, getting laced is
she hasn't
crazy.
questioned anything yet, so let's just ignore her. So she doesn't know anything at all. She doesn't know that her kids yet. So let's just, if she does say anything, just ignore her.
Getting laced is
My
crazy.
kids have been feeling really weird. All we had to eat in bed this night was some chocolate cake that we got for my daughter for her birthday. I do smoke weed, and the last time I ingested any was at approximately 12:30.
12:30.
Before we head out to the park for her birthday party. It was probably going to
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel. I don't know why I'm believing her, but
I can't let you leave. I can't let you leave this room.
It seems
But they
like Music
still
is a
murdered
loving
their
and caring
daughter,
mother,
so, like, I
and
can't
this whole
respect
thing was a
them.
tragic accident.
But
However,
at least her-
do not let her manipulation fool you. Just listen to what her son had to say when speaking with medics.
How is he doing?
He's good.
He is?
He said he hasn't eaten since Friday. So,
For reference, the current day is Sunday, meaning her son hasn't eaten food in over 48 hours.
Whoa!
He's celebrating his sister's birthday. It's clear Music isn't telling the whole truth, something that would remain a constant theme throughout this entire investigation.
Kind of got a little bit of a mess right now.
Yeah.
So we're working through it a little bit at a time. The reason I'm here, I wonder if I could take some pictures of you.
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you so much.
Are you the detective?
I am.
Are you the one that will also be getting a toxicology report? Because I need one. I know I've done a lot of drugs in my life, and I've never felt anything like I did last night. It was completely bizarre.
Well,
and all that we had was the chocolate cake that we bought at Albertsons just before bed. We ate one more slice of chocolate cake.
Okay, and what was it that you felt last night?
Last night, I just felt like I couldn't hold myself up. Like, I kept falling into the wall. My kids kept falling into the walls.
You're weak, you were dizzy.
Well,
how
all of
so?
the above.
You have any questions for me?
Are my kids okay?
Your kids are okay right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, one of your kids is here right now, but I'll talk to you about this more here in a little bit, okay?
The officer at this point is
Oh.
fully aware of Zachy Line's death, but for the sake of keeping the investigation as controlled as possible, he decides to refrain from telling Music that her daughter passed away. Fortunately, just across the hall, nurses work to rescue Music's older child. He's not doing well, but thankfully he's alive.
Try to get it to pee, but you could have his legs.
You could have walked.
But we on his leg. So we're gonna do like X-ray, and then they need to go on his chest.
You want another blanket?
Any findings so far?
Okay, let me get you another blanket.
This claim
He can't put weight on his legs. It's because he's weak. He haven't eaten in 48 hours. But like fasting don't do that necessarily. But he's a child. And children is different than an adult. You know what I'm saying? Did he at least drink water? Oh my gosh, bro. Don't tell me he didn't eat or drink.
from the nurse adds even more complexity to the entire case. She said the boy wasn't able to put pressure on his legs, just like his parents earlier in the day.
What is
This
it?
adds the variable that perhaps something else caused the family to become sick and handicapped, something that had nothing to do with the drugs they had taken.
They have a dog too?
Hours
How?
would pass as Music recovered in the hospital and nurses helped her son. She would then be transported to the sheriff's office along with Matthew. It's at this point that officers decided it was best to, at last, break the devastating news to the couple that their daughter had died.
When we have a death occur, we treat every death as if it's a homicide until we can prove otherwise, whether it's someone, old person dying in their bed or what have you. So just for those reasons, we're gonna take some pictures, okay?
Who died?
What's that?
Who died?
The little girl's gone. Okay. So we're gonna have you stand up. Officer Carrasco is gonna remove your handcuffs. We're gonna take some pictures, okay?
Stand up, sir.
They're good actors. I give them to them. They're great actors, though. They're great actors.
Well, you guys were waking me up. She was talking.
So, Mr. Bynum, here in a while, we're gonna have a conversation about that, okay? But I know you're gonna need a little time.
Wait for representation.
Okay, you're gonna want a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then let's take some pictures and then we can get you back to the cell for now, okay?
They would allow Matthew to break the news to Music in a private area without cameras. However, as it would turn out, Matthew was too afraid to break the news and saved it for a detective later on.
You guys are free to go. You guys are free to go. You just can't go back to the house.
Go back to the house right now.
Yeah.
So.
You know.
Well, he doesn't know. That's what I'm telling him.
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So you can't go back to the house. You guys are free
Wait,
to go.
they're free to go.
He has his phones.
I never heard of this. This is new because usually they just be in the cell until the investigation room or something. I don't know. Listen, I'm not about to act like I know what I'm talking about just because I got FBI on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to go in the room or something, talk about it and interrogate them. That's what I'm let's get back to the video.
The phone.
Yeah.
You guys come back tomorrow and get with the detectives in the morning.
The couple would roam free following this news, but without a home, they would live out on the streets for the night. Detectives, on the other hand, had a crucial question to answer.
The real question,
What
how are
could
they going to
have
find them?
caused all of this to happen? As of now, nothing makes sense. A child was dead, and an answer had to be found. Fortunately, detectives had a plan to find the answers they were looking for. Remember Thaddeus, the guy on the scene who called 911? Thaddeus was the only person with the family the night prior, and seemingly the only coherent one out of the group. If anyone could explain what had happened, it would be him. With this, he would be brought to the station directly after Music and Matthew left, where officers would conduct their first formal interview of the case.
All right, let's see.
Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to read this to you. It's an advice of your rights to investigative detention, okay? Yeah. Considering the matter at hand. Yeah.
The detective would go on to read Thaddeus his rights. It's important to know that detectives do consider Thaddeus a potential suspect. The goal of this interview is not only to determine whether or not Music and Matthew are guilty, but if Thaddeus could have played a role in Zachy Line's death.
I saw that you were the 911 caller. Yes. But before we get into that, let's start in the morning. So how did the morning start?
Well, I don't know if you saw the red van there or not with the dogs in it barking. That's where I'm trying to convert that into a little trailer. That's where I was sleeping. I woke up and I thought I heard the kids playing around outside, and then I realized that someone was yelling out from inside the tiny home, and I didn't know why. So I got out of the van and I went and I sat. There was music. Matt was kind of laying near Music, like almost on top of Zachy, little girl. So that's what I decided to call 911.
So let's just kind of backtrack it a little.
You caught. This is how you caught Detective Don in the building. Basically, He said he heard a kid screaming help. But when he got up and went into the trailer, the kid was already deceased. Make that make sense.
A little bit. So you heard music yelling. So you hear that. You walk to the door. You go to the door and you open the door and you see Zach, you said? Zachy. And music laying on what?
Well, that was on the bed. Zachy was kind of half on, half off, and music was not on the bed at all.
So far, Thaddeus's recollection of events is accurate to what officers observed when they got onto the scene. He would go on to say that Music and Matthew don't consume or smoke any kind of drug other than marijuana. We know this is a lie, as Music herself admitted to taking amphetamine the day prior, meaning Thaddeus's statements need to be taken with a grain of salt. However, none of this would matter, as the detective would ask a single question that, quite literally, would change the trajectory of the entire case.
How did they get the house?
It was it's a propane heater on the wall, yeah. But last night, a few nights ago, the propane ran out, and they had taken it off to go get propane, but never got it to the propane pit.
Did they ever start fires in the house?
No, they don't start fires in the house. They go and I thought you saw the coals in the bathtub.
Yeah.
So that was where they went and they burned wood and brought it in once it was coals and no smoke left.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. I called out and I was like, well, maybe.
How does he know all this?
Here too. It was. I don't think it would have been because last night they might have used wood the coals to heat it, but it's probably not likely.
Despite what Thaddeus claims, this theory makes a lot of sense. If the family used coal to keep the house warm, the fumes could be potentially deadly. Burning coal releases carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas that can cause poisoning. Inhalation of carbon monoxide prevents oxygen from binding to hemoglobin in the blood, leading to oxygen deprivation in tissues and organs. This can cause headache, dizziness, nausea, confusion, and in severe cases, loss of consciousness.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
The exact symptoms of everyone inside the home. If the trailer was fully sealed, meaning no windows or doors were open, then this could certainly have been what killed Zachyline. This is something officers would investigate later on in the night, but for now, this is just a theory, and the detective still needs to try and determine whether or not Thaddeus is lying about Matthew and Music's drug use, or if something even more sinister had taken place.
Carbon dioxide
to do this,
makes way more
he
sense.
decides to relay the significance of this case to Thaddeus by letting him know that Zachyline had passed away.
Zachy.
No, God.
Zachy's gone. That's why all of this is happening.
Yeah.
Because we need to figure out how in the heck this even came to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know last time we talked a lot about doing the right thing and this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, that situation that you're in, definitely a good time to do that, right?
Right.
I can't even think of a situation where it would be more important to know what's going on than right now. I'm not the kind of cop that likes to get people caught up. That's not why I do that. That's not why I'm here. Right now, seeing her covered up, seeing her afterwards. Like I'm not lying. Like it knocked me down. I cried for a good long while.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, I saw you walking away from the ambulance.
That was the one that was yelling. Yeah.
I know why.
Yeah, it got a lot worse after that. Right now, my job is to do right by Zachy and lie the best I can by understanding what's going on. I mean, and like I said, sometimes things happen. Sometimes people kill other people on purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's accidental or things go too far. There's a million reasons why something could happen, why something could come to be, right? And sometimes there's little details of things that happen that end up meaning a lot down the road. Like you could be like, well, I noticed this, or I did see that, or I overheard whatever, or I had this feeling, or something that smelled right in my something, right? So sometimes those things can lead to having a greater understanding. So is there anything of that nature regarding anyone that was there at any time that could have led potentially to that?
I only ever heard Music and Matt argue, but it was usually when Matt was super tired and stayed up all night gathering wood and stuff. And then the truck would break down or something would go wrong. And
I'm not getting
anything.
like
it was never around the kids. They never did anything around the kids, and they loved them.
Is there anything that stands out to you about what happened that could explain what's going on here?
Oh, I mean, what stood out was that he'd say how pale it was, or that's what I called it.
It seems clear that Thaddeus genuinely doesn't think Music and Matthew had any intentions to hurt their daughter, and if they had taken drugs that night, he wasn't aware of it. The mystery of what happened is still as confusing as ever, and the only possible cause officers could think of was the burning coal. So with this in mind, they would report back to the trailer later that night to investigate this possibility.
Reporting for us?
Yep.
So I'm sure they went over this several times with you, but boy was somewhere in this region. Dad was laying here, decedent here, and then mom off to the side. And then when Thaddeus came in, he saw them here. She was super pale. For some reason, moved him to this chair, and then came back, and then that's when he started calling 911. Girl could have gotten sick. I mean, living like this, gets a little bit of a cold or something, and there you go.
Nah, that is disgusting.
Kind of immunocompromised.
That place is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that place is crazy.
So they said that she got sick and threw up?
The mom was like, I've done a lot of drugs in my life. She goes, I occasionally do meth but I don't do heroin, nothing like that, and I've never felt like I did last night ever in my life.
It seemed like the case was quite clear at this point. The carbon monoxide poisoning was too much for Zachy Line's body to handle, and she passed. All they had to do was find a way to factually prove that there were high levels of carbon monoxide in the trailer, and their case would be closed. A post-mortem toxicology analysis would be conducted on Zachy Lines specifically designed to identify carboxyhemoglobin saturation. Normal carboxyhemoglobin levels are generally up to 3.5% in non-smokers and up to 8% in smokers. When Zachy Lines' result came back, it showed a 70% saturation. It was far too much to survive. The coal fumes had killed her.
Wow.
The next day, detectives would bring back both Music and Matthew to the station. Matthew insisted on only speaking if he had an attorney present, but Music agreed to sit down for a conversation. The detective wants to determine a few specific things during this interrogation. Did Music or Matthew know that heating their home with the hot coal ash was extremely dangerous, yet continue to do it? And ultimately, were they aware that their daughter had passed and tried to go without calling 911?
All right, Music, let's see what you got.
Okay, so like I said, you can vote this anytime you want, right? Like the deputies told you, I'm Detective Orozco. You can just call me Randy. That's fine. So my job is to figure out what happened, and you are someone that can give me information that I obviously wasn't there for.
Yeah.
I'm playing a little bit of catch up.
I do smoke, but I have not imbibed any speed.
Okay, so just to be clear with speed. Thank you. I appreciate
I do not use them regularly. It was just kind of like I wasn't feeling good. It doesn't matter. That's all just excuses.
But anyways, I had not used any past like noon 30 at the very latest.
Okay.
And there was nothing that she could get in the room. The room is extremely messy, and that is true. And we're working on it. We don't have a vehicle right now to even take it to the dump. So it's really
hard.
It is hard.
Crazy hard.
And we had a friend that was letting us use their truck. To dump runs and stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
To
didn't.
do dump runs and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And yeah, I've done.
Wait, so she still don't know that her daughter passed?
Recently, I've just done, and I've done a lot of drugs throughout my life. Though my name is Music. My parents named me Music. You know, that's the life I grew up in. But I've never felt like I did last night. It was unreal. Like I couldn't hold myself up. My daughter, my son couldn't hold themselves up. I had no idea what was going on, and I just wanted us to get some sleep, and I thought that would help. And I don't know what it was.
It seems odd that all Music feels the need to explain is her chronic drug use, and that she doesn't think it had anything to do with their sickness. The detective would later state that he thought Music had known their daughter was dead even prior to the officers arriving at their house, which is why she felt the need to immediately cover her tracks.
That was not like anything I've ever experienced.
Me too. That's extremely weird, right?
Yes.
Just like that. Stuff like that doesn't really happen.
I don't have any idea what happened, but I want to know what was in my system, and I want to know how it got to my kid's system, because they did not get in. I'm telling you. And an investigation will have to be done, and that is fine with me. But I know that I do not do things hard. I know that. And so if that's in my system, and if that's in my little girl's system, somebody put it there. Sorry, excuse my language, but I do not
speak however you want. You're going through some shit right now. Straight up.
No, I want to speak eloquently because I don't want to
be misconstrued.
I don't want to be misconstrued. I know that a lot of people come through here lying about what they do, and I am not here to lie about what I do. I'm here to figure out what happened to my children, because
Dang, bro.
I just want to know that, okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I rock with her though. Like, I rock with her, but
the opportunity to become the best fit.
I know it was a mistake, but dang,
I don't know what happened. I don't think it was the cake.
Carbon dioxide is nothing.
What about the heater for the house?
The heater? We don't have the propane hooked in. We have a propane.
And the cold? Like, if we had the cold or whatever you were burning in there?
Yeah, it was cold. They were cold. But we burn them all the way to cold so they don't smoke the place out, and then we vent the window. Normally we have a propane heater, and when we have the propane hooked up to the heater that's up against the wall, we still leave it vented because the kids were, a while back, like when we first moved in, this is over a year ago, my son was waking up, throwing up, and we discovered it's because we had all the windows shut with the propane heater on, so it wasn't ventilating properly, so we started leaving the windows just cracked, and that was enough, and all the throwing up stuff.
Likely due to hallucinations and delusions caused by amphetamine, they forgot to open their windows, neglectfully sealing their daughter's fate.
Yeah, that was my initial thought with everyone in the house. Like, you guys, from what we were told at the time, like, people just aren't really good at having that type of heater inside the house, or even burning the cold inside. You get a little carbon monoxide. Certain percent, I'm not a doctor, some percent you're going to start feeling sick and whatnot, and after that things get a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Right, progressively more serious until that's solved.
There should have been at least 2 windows in the house.
It was very important that the detective didn't reveal that they already knew Zachy Lyne's death was due to carbon monoxide poisoning, as it would have allowed Music to start making new stories and trying to clear her name, as she had done at the start of the interrogation. Since he left Zachy Lyne's cause of death hidden from Music, she was more than happy to give up all of that information.
Di? Right, is that your son's name? Di? I checked on him at the hospital when I saw you. So from what they're thinking, at that time, things could have changed. He looks like he has a touch of pneumonia.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, otherwise, You seem pretty okay. They're treating them. They're gonna do what
He
doctors
got
do,
pneumonia?
right, and check him for all sorts of stuff.
So he was
Zachy,
cold
she didn't survive.
and sick.
Fine.
Oh, I can't watch this. I can't even watch
But
this,
we are
yo. I
going to look
can't.
into it as deeply as we possibly can to try to get a better answer for what happened.
The detective would write down his thoughts during this very moment, saying Miss Adami was told about her daughter's passing. She appeared to attempt to be shocked and also cried, but no tears came out. She would stop and stare for brief moments at a time, which could have been initial shock or theatrics. Her emotional response did not appear to be genuine. The detective had gotten everything he needed. For the rest of the interrogation, Music would recount how she couldn't move when she woke up and everything that had happened the previous day.
I don't think she
They
did
would
that
roam
intentionally,
free for over
y'all.
2 months following the death, but would finally be
Who would
arrested
do that
after a case
intentionally?
was built up, showing the two's extensive past of child neglect, including a poor living conditions, and a lack of supervision. Matthew would be charged with intentional abuse of a child resulting in death and abandonment of a child. Music was charged with intentional abuse of a child resulting in death and child abuse in the first offense. As of December 2024, their trial is still ongoing. If found guilty,
Yo! They arrested Shawn Michaels. Dog, Shawn Michaels, no way! That's crazy.
two will likely be facing life in prison.
That's crazy. Anyways, y'all, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification. Let's get it.